What's up, everybody? We're gonna talk sports. We're gonna talk Dodgers baseball. This is gonna be a longer video, less than 10 minutes. So if you have an attention span of a potato, then just click out of the video. I'm okay with that. You don't have to watch it. But if you want to hear some cool, compelling information on why the 2024 Los Angeles Dodgers are going to win the World Series, and it's every indication. This is not hopeful thinking by a diehard Dodger fan. I am. This is not speculation. These are proven observations and facts, folks. So hear me out. Number one, let's start from the beginning, okay? Obviously, the Dodgers have been hit temporarily by the injury bug. Good news is we got Kershaw back. Good news is Freddie Freeman is back. He wasn't injured, and it makes sense. He's having a hard time with his little boy, and kudos to him for coming back. Right? He's a pivotal, integral part of the team here. Shohei Ohtani is kind of considered injured because he's a pitcher too, but he's not pitching. So he's doing really great. We'll talk about him at the end, but I have a lot to say about Shohei Ohtani, right? Then we have, a lot of players are going to start coming back. Yamamoto, Max Muncy, almost everybody in the pitching staff got hurt at some point, right? And so everybody's kind of coming back at the right time. That's the first thing. Everybody's going to be, the Dodgers are so hurt, they're injured, they're not going to play. Wrong. They're still winning. Okay, so now let's talk about what's going on right now. This is like 50 games left to go in the season. We're on the home stretch. Now, right now, this is August 11th, 2024. They just swept the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are a decent team. Now, the Dodgers are right smack in the middle of playing 19 games in 20 days, right? Hear me out. 19 games in 20 days, okay? And they are 7-3 so far in the first 10 games of that 19-game thing, right? Because it's 13 games in a row, and then it's like they have one day off only and blah, 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 blah. So I was saying to myself when I was looking at the schedule based on all the injuries and people coming back that if they do bad in this stretch, and it's going to be a tough stretch, they swept the Pirates, and now they're going to play a 4-game series against the first place Milwaukee Brewers that have a good team. Now, that's a huge test. If the Dodgers can split the series or win the series 3-1 or split it 2-2, that means that'll put them at 9-5 in that at 14 games of this 19-game kind of condensed, 19 games in 20 days, right? So there's that thing, right? The Dodgers are looking really good. Now, you say to yourself, Ruben, what are you smoking? So here's the reason why the Dodgers look good is because no other team in the National League is pulling away. They tied at 69 wins. They're tied with the Philadelphia Phillies. And by the way, too, the Philadelphia Phillies are not better than the Dodgers because the Dodgers lost this recent series not being 100% when they get everybody back. Yamamoto comes back and starts pitching. And now we're going to have, and then when Max Muncy comes back, when Mookie Betts gets back in his rhythm, you're going to have Teoscar Hernandez is now the fourth horseman of the three-headed. Before it was Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. Those are all high-caliber players, right? Then you had Max Muncy that was somewhere there. Will Smith was that crew, and Teoscar Hernandez was unproven. We gave him $23 million this year. We're probably not going to sign him, or if we sign him, we're going to get rid of somebody else. Good, but he's been playing really great this year. So now that gives us 4 people in alignment of 9, and Will Smith is a decent player, right? And also, here's the thing: when Teoscar Hernandez, Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman are all running full speed, it's going to make all the other players better because the pitchers are going to have to pitch all their best stuff to those people. Okay? Look at the California Angels when Ohtani was there and Mike Trout was hurt. It was easy to pitch around one single great player. It's true. But the Dodgers don't have that formula right now. When everybody comes back, and then Max Muncy comes back, where is he going to fit in? And then you have Kike Hernandez. You have all these people, all these secondary players that are capable. But it's going to make all of them have a better opportunity because the starting pitching staff, they're going to be worried about the top 4 now, right? It's going to take 2 innings for you to get to a player that it's not an easy out, but it'll be harder to get out. That's what the Dodgers are getting healthy to become. And they were doing it at the beginning of the season. Okay? That's why the Dodgers will win the World Series. Their offense is unmatched when it's 100%. 100%, it's unmatched. Nobody's going to be able to beat that. Number one. Number two, the pitching staff is capable. Right? Yamamoto needs to come back healthy. He was pitching good. Right? You have all these people that are hurt. Kershaw, we can't give him more than 5 innings. That's the thing with him. We can't give him more than 5 innings. There's that deal. So that being said, right, let's look at the season. So a baseball season is broke up into 3 perfect 54-game segments. The first 54 games, the Dodgers were 33-21. 33-21 gives you 100 wins on the season if you play consistent. The next 54 games, right, well, they were 30-24. Not the best, but that was when everybody was getting injured the most. Now, our last 54 games, right, we're like 8-4 or 7-4. We're doing great. If we keep on this pace, I think we're at 70%. If we keep on this pace, we're going to end up with 95 wins. It's going to be very difficult to get to 100, but I do predict that you heard it here in this. If you listen this far, if your attention span is not of a pencil and you have a decent attention span and you think that maybe Ruben kind of makes sense if you want to get bored and listen to this, I predict the Dodgers from now to the end of the season, there's going to be a stretch where they're going to go either 20-2 or 20-3, and that's going to put them over the edge. And the reason why I said the Dodgers are going to win the World Series is there's no team that has pulled away. Philadelphia, we thought we were doing it, they started losing games. So that's the reason why I say. Now, in other seasons past, I would say that this season, that the Dodgers' current status, they'll be too far behind to be considered a top team. But they have tied the Philadelphia Phillies, and they are back to 20 games above 500. Right? So, because of a weaker National League, more parity because of the pitching, the pitch clock kerfuffle or debacle, whatever you want to call it, because teams have to adjust to this, right? They're going to have to spend more money on more pitchers. That's just the way it works. Middle relievers are going to be the thing now. So anyways, so those are the reasons why the Dodgers will win the World Series. Now, lastly, I'm going to end it with this, and let's talk about Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani. Let's talk about Ohtani, right? Okay, home run hitter, yes. Batting for average, yes. RBIs, yes. Hits, yes. And he can steal a couple bases. Nothing meaningful, nothing crazy. But those are the 4 hitter categories. Oh, on base percentage, he's leading the majors too. That's 5. And then I think like sluggish percentage and doubles. Like he's going to be the National League MVP if the Dodgers get to the second round in the playoffs. That's my prediction. And further, I still think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series. But Ohtani, offensively, is an MVP. He's an MVP of the National League, straight up. And if you doubt that, you don't know baseball, and you obviously you probably just are not liking you're a Dodger hater. Number one, you're a Dodger hater because statistically he's all over. He's up there in every category, walks, you name it. And this is another thing about Ohtani that's impressive. Is when you get changed in the batting lineup, it affects you, right? Because what happens is, everything is so detail-oriented in the pitching and batting, and it's a chess game that is so matter of inches, right? Either way. So you go from batting first to third to second, whatever it is, being forced that because Mookie Betts got hurt, and Mookie Betts is a phenomenal player too, it changes the way pitchers pitch to you, right? When you're second and somebody's on base, you got to pitch more honest. When you're leadoff, they could take a chance on you a little bit more because at the beginning. But you don't want to get down early, and that's what's been happening. Ohtani's been hitting these leadoff homers, just like Mookie Betts was. And so when Mookie Betts comes back full force, and he'll be back on Monday, There it is. So go Dodgers. What do you guys think? I want to hear your opinion. What is your take on all this? I know it's a 10-minute long video, but so what? Go Dodgers. They're winning the World Series. Yeah.